Hello, welcome you all. My name is Rizwan Kareem, section B, ID 10885. There are 20 terminologies that are given to us for assignment or presentation. So, due to the insufficiency of time, I will just give a brief touch to every single terms, or you can say concept. So let's begin with the slide number 1. Slide number 1 is latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude are imaginary line drawn on the maps to help locate the places on the earth. The line run east-west are known as the line of latitude, and the line running north-south are are known as a line of longitude. We use the latitude and longitude, these imaginary lines, to locate the place on the map. So let's move to the second slide. Second slide is relief. The term relief refers to the horizontal and vertical dimension of the land's surface, also known as terrain. Relief is essentially the opposite of flatness. Relief typically defined as the difference in height between the high point and the low point on landscape in a feet or in a meter. Relief is simply the difference in elevation between the 2 points. In geography, location relief is the difference between the highest and lowest in elevation. In geography, relief refers to the highest and lowest elevation point in area. Mountain and ridges are typically the highest elevation point, while the valleys and other low-lying areas are the lowest. The given figure are the given figure on the slide will help you to clear your idea about concept about the relief. The next one is topography. Topography as the physical and natural feature of the land. Topography maps show the natural features such as elevation and man-made features such as school, roads, dams, and so on. Topography is the study of the shape and feature on the surface of the earth. These features typically include natural formations such as mountain, river, lakes, and valleys, forests, and glacier. Man-made features such as road, dams, and cities may also be included. So let's move to next one is demography. Demography is the scientific study. Scientific means systematic study, study of human population, and which include the study of change in population size, composition, and distribution. By size mean increase or decrease, composition, sex, and age group, distribution, territory. Demography is the statistical and mathematical study of the size, composition, inspection, distribution of the human population and of the change over the time, and these aspects through the affectation of the processes of fertility, mortality, marriage and migration, and social mobility. Next one is drainage. The term drainage means the river system of an area. It is the system of flowing the water from the higher level to the lower level. Drainage basins, some small stream flowing from different directions, come together to form the main river, which ultimately drain into a large water body such as the lake or sea. The area drained by a single river system is called drainage. Drainage means the removal of water from the soil. It have two main goals: prevention of seepage, improvement of soil properties. Drainage system means the different method to be used for dewatering the foundation and to keep the safe. The next is gorge. Gorge, the term come from the French word gorge, which means throat or neck. Gorge is a narrow valley or steep or rocky walls located between the hills or mountains. Gorge are the deep, narrow, and steep-sided river valley. A gorge is a deep channel formed by a river that has eroded the earth crust over the million of years. Some gorges are so large that they are visible from the space. The next one is enclave and exclave. Enclave and exclave are some like political is related to political geography. Enclave and exclave enclave is an area surrounded by a country but not ruled by it. Enclave inside the another territory, inside the another country. It can be self-governing and an exclusive of another country. Exclusive means it is the part of another country. can be problematic for surrounding country, and actually is a part of national territory separated from the main body of the country to which it belongs. The next the Bay, Gulf, and Cap. Bay, it is the body of the water that is partially enclosed by land. This is partially enclosed by land, as you can see from the figure. Cap is a point or head of the land projecting into the body of the water. A cap is any land that extends out into the water, especially the promontory or narrow piece of land that extends from the coastline and to the open water. That is significant for navigation, or that they have more importance, and then uh, from the economic or side. So Gulf, it is the deep inlet of the sea, almost surrounded by land with a narrow mouth. Gulf can be defined as the portion of the sea that penetrate the land. Gulf over the world can vary. Over the world can vary extensively in depth, size, and shape. Gulf is sometimes also known as the large bay. What is the difference between bay and gulf? A gulf is said to be a large body of the water that is surrounded by land and having only a narrow entrance along a strait. A bay is also a large body of the water that is surrounded by land but not as enclosed as a gulf. Moreover, the bay has a wider opening than gulf. If you look into these figures that are given in the slides, you will get a clear idea about these terms. The next is glacier. The term glacier comes from the French word glace, which means ice. Glaciers often called river of ice. Glacier is a huge mass of ice that moves slowly over the land. It is a slowly moving mass of ice formed by the accumulation and compaction of snow on mountain or near the falls. The next one is archipelago. It is the group of islands. The Canary Island and the Balearic Island are the example of archipelago. The Malay archipelago between the Pacific and Indian Ocean contain more than 25,000 of islands in Southeast Asia. Let's move to the next. The next one is a volcano. Volcano is the rupture and the crest of planetary mass objects such as Earth that allow hot lava, volcanic ash, and gases to escape from the magma chamber below the surface. On the Earth, volcanoes are most often found where the tectonic plates are diverging or converging. That is, converging or diverging the boundaries of the tectonic plates. And the most are found under the water. It is a mountain or hill having a crater or vent through which the lava, rock, fragment, hot vapor, and gas have been erupted to the earth crust. The next one is plateau. Plateau, it is a plate area of the high ground. Plateau is a plate elevated land form that rises sharply above surrounding area on at least one side. The next one is desert. Desert, it is a dry area of the land that get very little rain throughout the year, or you can say, but it get very little rain. A desert is a barren area of the landscape where the little precipitation occur, and consequently living conditions are hostile for the plant and animal. For plant and animal. The next one is map and globe. Map. A map is a representation or drawing of the Earth's surface or a part of it, and a plate surface according to a certain scales. It could be hand drawn or printed. It helps us to identify the places and location within an area, helping us to navigate from one place to another. A globe is a three-dimensional sphere, while a map is two-dimensional. This is the difference between map and globe. The globe represents the whole earth, whereas the map represents the whole earth or just a part of it. The globe can be used to get a broad level picture of the world, while map provide more specific information about the different places. A globe being spherical in shape, spin around an axis. However, map are a representation on a piece of the paper or does not spin, and map are further divided into different parts, different types, like thematic or political or physical map. So next slide is, as you can see from the given figures. Let's move to the next. Next is lake. A lake is a body of water that is surrounded by land from all sides. There are millions of lakes in the world. let's move to the next. Iceberg. It is a large mass of the ice floating into the sea. Iceberg is ice that broke up from the glacier or shelf ice and floating in open water. So next one is island and peninsula. It is island is a piece of land surrounded by water from all sides. And while peninsula, it is a piece of land surrounded by water except one side. One side left, untouched directly with water. An island is sculpted piece of land surrounded by water on all sides, whereas the peninsula is a piece of the land surrounded by water on only three sides. And the islands are mainly of two types: continental and oceanic. Delta. What is delta? Delta is a landform created at the mouth of the river by the deposition of sediment that is carried by the river. Delta is consists of several distributaries. It is triangular tract of the sediment deposited at the mouth of the river, typically while it diverges into the several outlets. As you can see from the picture, these terms cannot be explained furthermore. There's simple terms, so the given figure will help you. Next one is the weather and climate. Weather reflect the short-term condition of the atmosphere, while climate is the average daily weather of an extended period of time at a certain location. Weather can change from minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day, and season to season, while climate is the average of the weather over the time and space. The main difference between these two terms is the duration. What duration is the main difference between these two terms, where the weather is the day-to-day or short-term condition of the change and in the change in the atmosphere, and the climate is the average weather condition of the particular place over the long period, about 30 years. Weather can change within a few minutes, or however climate take a very long time to change. Oasis. Oasis is a fertile or green spot or a desert or in a desert or wasteland made by the presence of water. In simple word, an oasis is a place in a desert where the water come up to the surface from the deep underground, and tree and other plants grow around the oasis, and animal come to drink, eat eat the plant and find the shade. An oasis is a unique water landform surrounded by water. It is a water source underground and support the vegetation and animal life in the desert. Though there are many oases in the desert of the world, they are not always easy to get to because of the vast distance between them, as you can see from the given figure. Okay, thank you so much